And what's odd is you never know which versions of Matt Frevola you get, man.
But we know what version of Ottman we gonna get every single time. This prediction gonna last about as long as the fight. I don't think it's gonna be that long. We ain't gonna take up too much of your time.
And what's odd is you never know which versions of Matt Frevola you get, man.
But we know what version of Ottman we gonna get every single time. So now he was going by a different name when I looked up on YouTube. It was like, I don't know, it was a different name. But man, we got Ottman Azaitar versus Matt Frevola, and let's just start off with since Ottman only has 2 wins, well 2 fights in the UFC, but he got 2 first-round knockouts, man, and I don't think either of those guys even made a mistake. I think the
Overwhelmed.
The worst mistake they made was signing the contract, because I don't think they technically did anything wrong in the actual fight, but also, just get hit.
And also in the UFC right now, it's a small sample size. His takedown defense 100% right now.
When you can't even open up with your striking, how can you get close enough to go for a takedown when you... Man, Kama Worthy hands was up the whole time, and he still got knocked out. He got slept, and he got ground and pounded, bro. Like, and I ain't talking about the ground and pound from guard. I'm talking about when you curled up and the person just on your back and they just hitting your face from the side like that.
It kind of looked like he could have stood back up, but
no, he couldn't.
No, I'm saying, because he got dropped, but he wasn't the worst.
Man, he was hurt before he got dropped. He was standing up, but he was getting pieced up the whole time, and he got clipped in the first place, which led to that. He survived a lot in that little. And the funny part is, in that 1 minute and 33 second fight, it was probably 15 seconds of action. How long do you think all that took? It was 15, 20 seconds. They didn't do nothing for like the first minute, and then it became very clear why both people was just kind of. And then poor Timu, man.
What is this, how you say his last name? Pikachu?
Kakalin. Man, I tell you what.
Yeah, he got
his ass beat. He got his ass beat.
Man, he whooped his ass.
But no, man, that was just crazy, man. I feel sorry for dude, man. I'm gonna see what happened to him.
Choke him on.
Oh man, that's crazy.
He got thunderous power in his right hand, man.
Well, he got thunderous power, both of them. And then we get to Matt Frevola. He's actually not a bad fighter. It's just you never know which version of him you're gonna get, bro. Okay, this is so odd. So let's go down his record. Won on the contender, looked impressive. Lost the next fight in the UFC in 1 minute. No, I mean literally 1 minute. And then had a draw with Lando Venata, of all people, who Lando been in the UFC for a long time at this point. He beat Jalen Turner by unanimous decision. He beat Luis Pena by split decision. He lost to Arman Sarukian, and that was actually a really good back and forth fight. Arman was just better, but it was good with some good grappling exchanges, and Arman just clearly won. They actually tried to make the Ottman fight in 2021, and it got canceled. Then he fought Terrence McKinney and got the fastest lightweight knockout of all time. He was on the receiving end of it. And I think Terrence took that fight on like a few days' notice. That was so odd, man. And then he beat Valdez in a fight where he dropped the dude 6 times. Had to get on top of him in full mount, and ground and pound him for the referee to stop it. That was dang near about a...
His soul was leaving his body.
But the funny part is, Matt was getting clipped in that fight his own self. If Valdez had a little bit more knockout power, which I don't know too much about him because that was my first time seeing that guy fight. But Matt Frevola did everything wrong in that fight. Like, his hands was down, he was swinging wild, he was just going for it. It worked out for him that time.
It made me think that it's certain type of people that can beat Matt Frevola, and it's the people that got the pinpoint accuracy. Because Marco Polo Rey's pinpoint accuracy, he caught him coming in. Terrence McKinney, pinpoint accuracy, straight punch. Does Ottman have that type of pinpoint accuracy?
And he showed it in his last fight. And he literally didn't even make a mistake. Like, Kama's corner started saying, throw the feint. He's starting to bite on the feints. And then as soon as he did that, Ottman just went in on the dude and knocked him out. I'm sorry, man. This is just Matt is not one of those people who win fights he's supposed to lose. Every now and then you can get a fighter like Matt who they'll lose fights they're supposed to win, and they'll win fights they're supposed to lose. He'll lose fights he's supposed to lose and lose fights he's supposed to win. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like he'll find a way either way. Now it's exciting and it's fun. I love the Ottman fight. Obviously the Gennaro Valdez fight was crazy. The way he won that fight, there is no way he can repeat that. Man, that would be like you feeding Ottman on a silver platter. Like you feeding him like royalty this fight. Because Matt, the crowd was going crazy and everything, but if you replace Valdez with Ottman, that fight somebody would have got dropped one time and it would have been it. It wouldn't have been no 6 times and it wouldn't have been Matt doing the dropping. There's no way I could pick Matt Frevola over Ottman, man. There's just no way.
Yeah, I'm looking at Matt Frevola's record on UFC stats, and I'm seeing like he falls back on his wrestling a lot. And I watched a lot of his footage, man, and he actually has real good wrestling. His wrestling's actually real good, man. Like he actually be picking people up and slamming them.
That's why the Armor fight was so exciting.
The problem is his IQ and decision making ain't the best. He may have the skills to beat Ottman. He's not gonna put it together.
Well, the striking is there, but he's fight wild, and the grappling is there, and the cardio is there, and the durability and the toughness. But he don't have the glue. He don't have whatever it is that bring all those things together to get a good, clean fighter who can get the job done and go home. And Ottman can do that.
And the biggest thing is he throw his punches. Like if Ottman can make it a firefight, he can actually win, in my opinion, because Matt Frevola, when he gets these brawls, his hands are down. He's throwing these looping wild haymakers, man. His chin all in the air. He easily can get caught coming in.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to pick Ottman here, man. And I won't be surprised if he put him down in the first round here. I just
see Matt be trying to entertain the crowd, like we said about Michael Chandler.
Yes. And look at all these first round finishes this dude got. Now, if you got a bunch of first round finishes, wouldn't it be ideal for you to fight somebody who fights wild because they just want to put on the show for the fans? It seemed like he was trying to get up to a fast start in the Valdez fight, and it was going so good, the crowd was eating up because it was exciting. The crowd was eating it up. And then all his defense went out the window. He was just swinging wild. And man, make no mistake about it. Valdez got dropped 6 times, but he hit Matt a whole bunch in that fight too. Like Matt got hit a lot as well.
He had 10 strikes.
No, but he caught him clean. Like the punches he did land, they landed clearly. It just I don't know that much about him to say if he a knockout guy or not. But okay, I'm gonna put it to you like this: he basically was getting hit clean by a jiu-jitsu grappler. So yeah, it might have only been 10 strikes, but it was supposed to be 0 because this dude don't even want to be on the feet with you.
Yeah.
And if he had, and another thing is Valdez don't have much confidence in his hands, so he was just getting hit and trying to get the fight to the ground. He wasn't trying to just piece Matt up because that ain't how he win. His fights end in submission or ground and pound. So even though Matt was feeding him a knockout on a silver platter, he ain't the type of person to take advantage of that. Like Claudio Poilis, like he don't want that.
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about him real soon. And also Matt like to get people against the cage, and I'm gonna throw these punches and stuff where you can't move. Ottman ain't going for that. Nah. Ottman gonna be in the center of the gun, and you gonna be what he wants you to be.
And his hands gonna be tight. The defense gonna be tight.
Easy win for Ottman.
And Matt is a tough guy, man. I ain't just trying to talk bad on him. Like I said, all the tools are there, man. It just something ain't. It's just like something.